Yo, this is Corey Holcomb sitting here with my guys from the Music Connection, man. Y'all know what's happening, man. 5150 in the house.
All right, so Corey Holcomb, thanks for rocking with us at Music Connection Magazine. Comedian, radio personality, actor,
Preacher.
All that.
All that.
Take us to the beginning from Chicago to LA. Like where'd you get started? You know, your talent. How'd you discover it? Take us to the beginning.
Well, you know, when you're young and you a comedian, so to speak, you get on your mother's nerve, you get on the teacher's nerve, so it was something I felt weird about, but it was just something that always came up out of me. But in college, I did the talent show, and I rocked it, you know what I'm saying? But I lost because I did a fat joke, and one of the judges was fat. That's when I learned the politics of the business the first time I went up, like in college. So then after college, I just, it was an open mic in Chicago. I hit the open mic in Chicago where Dale Gibbons was hosting, and I rocked it. So I sort of made up my mind because I wasn't a disciplined basketball player. I used to shoot hoops a lot. I was like, one day I'm gonna get some money playing ball or maybe overseas, but nah, that ain't happening. So comedy became my thing, and coming up in the underground in Chicago, when I first saw Bernie Mac in person, it was kind of weird that he had heard about me. So it always, I've been having those type of encounters throughout my comedy career. Just like when I was out here, when Eddie Murphy would say, Corey Holcomb, I was like, you know me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, as it's always been, I've always gotten that, hey Corey, this is your thing with comedy, if you know what I mean. So just coming up as one of the open micers in Chicago, I just was one of the guys who felt like I stood out with it. And so I'm able to maintain in this comedy business now without much major industry.
Definitely.
I'm like I got a cult following. Try to be like the underground king of the game.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of comedy, like I'm sure you got that from like family, mom, dad. Like, where do you pull that from?
It's weird. Like it just came to me. It's like a gift. Because my father was more serious. Like he didn't really get it at first. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she a little silly, but not no comedian silly. You know, it's just I was born with it. The way I think when people talk, the way I think when I see things, it just comes out like that. And like I said, I think it works. Okay. Yeah.
Tell us about some of like the themes that some of your comedic routines. Like where do you pull from?
When I first started doing comedy, I just did jokey jokes, and it worked. But as I begin to grow into who I'm gonna be, like I don't know, it's a movie called The Last Dragon, and Bruce Leroy, he got the glow at the end. When I got the glow, I just started talking about the relationships that I'm never no good at, and most people are never no good at, and by talking about relationship stuff, it relates everywhere. I don't do politics really. I think politics is, I scare the room when I do politics, but relationships and how we need to prepare to fail at relationships, that's my specialty. That's what I've grew into someone to the point where it's not even just jokes, it's humor that's got gospel to it. Gospel meaning the truth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when people come to my shows and people watch what I do, a lot of times people say to me, man, you actually helped me at this point in my life, and woo. So I'm here as Reverend Holcomb now, we'll put it like that.
Okay, like a therapist.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, have you been able to progress in your relationships personally with females, like grow, like and learn from the past, or do you feel like you're, having the same type? You know what I mean?
I've never been able to grow in a relationship with a woman. I've been married, everything. I'm always the bad guy later on. But I don't think I'm a bad guy. In fact, I know I'm not. I'm a gentleman. I'm generous if you're around me, but I'm going to do Corey. And it is my opinion, if you're in a relationship with a woman and you're not going to submit a lot of times you're going to be in a situation where it's not going to work. That's just my opinion and from what I've seen. And of course, you have people that be like, well, them the girls you deal with. I'm like, hey, I think it's most women who really try to get a guy to submit to who they are. And I know I'm never going to do that, so I never go into relationships feeling like this is forever. I go into relationships feeling like this is for now.
Okay.
And I want to say this about that too. Every time a woman realizes I'm not going to be what they want me to be, their attitude and everything changes toward me. They like give up. They like, he's not going to do what I want him to do. So I don't know what to tell them, but they still mess with me because I got a couple of dollars.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because they say you keeping it real with them too, so you're not going to submit to them. So it's like a challenge going back and forth. You know, it's a game. You know, at the end of the day.
I keep it real. I'll say I'm like 90% real.
Yeah.
And when I say that, it's just I'm being honest. I don't lie about everything I say to a woman, but I'm saying like I think the 10% that ain't real is it might be some information that I don't keep from you, which is the details. But I never go into a situation with a woman where they don't know that other women are part of this. They all know it's other people. And I haven't been able to get the group together and make us work as a unit, but they tolerate it in the beginning because there's a lot of confident women out here who feel like, well, once he messed with me, especially the attractive ones, they feel like you're going to...
That she got you.
Yeah, they're going to drop everything you're doing. Right. But as time go on, they realize, I'm not about to shut this down because of what we do.
Right. You have that discipline.
Yeah, I would call it discipline or whatever. I just know that I see my friends, like for example, my brother, he's in a dead-end relationship that he's still in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not happy, you're getting older, you around some woman who basically is manipulative to you and all like that. Why are you staying in that? Like, when you get older, like anybody who's over 40, man, you can't be around people that are not your friend. If your partner is not your friend, I think you have to have the courage to step off because there's just a lot of people in situations where if they don't obey, they will be punished. I'm not living like that no more.
So you set the tone early, like, look, this is who I am, you fuck with me or not. That's how it goes.
I don't say to people, look, this is who I am, you gonna fuck with me or not. Right. I'm charming.
Right.
So after they're around me and I give them the information they need, they still mess with me.
Right.
But I feel the tension inside of them, like, you're still doing what you want to do. And I'm like, yes, and I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do. And a lot of this stuff, like, I've had the thoughts to be honest with people, but as I have gotten to know some real, I call them intelligent men in this game of life, you know what I'm saying? I've learned some lessons where when they give you information, you be like, I always thought that anyway. Like for example, my man Dre. Dre gave me a lot of information indirectly, because Dre gave some information to my lady friend, my girl who I feel like is somebody worth holding up in the air. And between the information I got from her and him, that's helped me out a lot in my life with being able to just accept, you know, I'll probably wind up alone, but I won't wind up a slave. A lot of people wind up a slave, man. I don't want to be that. Yeah. I'd rather be alone.
Yeah, or like controlled, like you said earlier.
Well, controlled, slave, same thing. You know, those relationships where you a slave, man, I think some people, when they break away from that, they know they'll never go back to that. And I know I'll never go back to being a slave. Yeah. Which is why I laugh at girls as they get frustrated when I won't be their slave, because they're beautiful. There's some beautiful women out here. And they really can't believe that you will not submit to what they talking about. I don't care how fine you out here, damn it. I got what I wanted. Yeah.
It's a deep game. Definitely. So tell us a little bit about the 5150 show.
The 5150 show is it's been an internet show. It's probably going to grow to something bigger when when I really decide to take it to the next level. I just 5150 show is me and my guys, whoever I have around. I've had a girl with me from the beginning. Her name is Darlene Ortiz, and we sit around and we talk crazy. But my point of view, as I'm speaking now, I feel like it is hypnotizing to a lot of people. So by me acting silly as I come with this point of view, it has grown into something that is really, I mean, I'm not the one go around saying it's big, but I did a show in Dallas this past weekend at this big theater, and I was so thrown back as I saw how many people had on the 5150 t-shirts that we sent out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, people know about this thing. So it's an internet show that has grown into something that I'm proud of. People know who we are. They know what's up. Even though we got people who don't like us, they still watch the show. So it works.
Yeah, that part. So I mean, do you plan on taking it like, you know, to streaming, like to Tubi TV or like YouTube?
It's what I have to do. I haven't done it up until now because I always worried about people telling me what I can say and what I can't say. And the vehicle we use now, I'm a little frustrated with the way the internet regulates what you can say and what you can't say.
Censorship and all that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, right now there's this message going on about a pandemic and all like that, but everybody doesn't view it as a pandemic. But if you say something where you're not saying what they want you to say, they snatch your show off the internet. And I think that's cold, man.
Yeah.
That's cold. That's control. The same way they're using that power to make people do things they wouldn't normally do, like shoot poison in their body and everything, you know. So the way the internet is going now, the 5150 show will probably have to change its location from where it's normally viewed. Where if it's allowed to be viewed there, that'll just be a bonus. But the internet is not doing right by people when they tell you what you can say and what you can't say. I just haven't been in that position. I make jokes about all kinds of things. I make jokes about even my friends that are like gay friends, and my gay friends laugh at my jokes because it's jokes. But the sensitive people who are in charge of the world, they really have us they got us in a tight spot, man. The world there's humor in everything. Trust me, I know. So the 5150 show is gonna have to find a new home and be somewhere where we're allowed to express ourselves as best we can.
Absolutely. We're rocking with you. Tell us about some like other projects you got cooking up.
It's weird, man, about, like you say, other projects. I got this music stuff I've been working on, man, and I think it's good. Like, well, I know it's good because I've been trying it out in front of my audience. Okay. And my audience, especially the men, they're not necessarily, ooh, sing to me, Corey. You know what I mean?
So it's singing, it's R&B or hip hop?
It's R&B, but it's my jokes made in the little R&B type melodies.
Okay.
But one thing I found out about singing, it's no setup. You have to just come with the songs that just hit right away because my audience doesn't have the patience to wait on it. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So when I write my music, I write it in mind where I'm knocking them upside the head as the song comes on. But it's been working in front of my audience. And I know if it works in front of my audience, it'll work for the other audiences because my audience, they just really don't have that patience to wait on nothing. They don't wait on no punchlines. No, they're like, Corey, what you doing? Singing? All right, we'll boo you. You know what I mean?
Okay. So, I mean, so now that you opened up music, tell us about some of your influences coming up.
Musical influences. I grew up in Chicago. House music is something that I feel like the world needs to know more about. I know some DJs from Chicago, house music DJs, went over to Europe, made enough money to take care of them for the rest of their life. You know what I mean? Right. The people in Chicago, I think like New York, Newark, East Coast, they really bump house music, but there's a lot of people who don't know what house music is. As soon as they hear it, they be like, "What is that? Some techno?"
Like deep house music,
Right?
It's like 90s, like we're
like,
familiar with it, yeah, absolutely.
yeah. I mean, like I'm glad to hear people out here on the West Coast say they know about it, but house music and Teddy Pendergrass, the real singers,
Right.
back when you can listen to those songs now. They're still relevant. I listen to Teddy Pendergrass. I listen to Peebo Bryson, guys like that, and I use my comedy thoughts, but I try to sing them in a Teddy Pendergrass type of beat.
Okay. That's interesting. So do you have, are you working?
I got a song called "New Nigga Car Parked Outside." It's about, because when your girl and you break up, man, and I know that's your house, but now that's her house. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relatable stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay. So speaking about singers, like who are your top 5 singers of all time?
Wow. Wow, I wasn't thinking of that, but I'm saying like Teddy Pendergrass, definitely.
That's right.
I listen to him the most.
Okay.
I think that Johnny Gill has a very unique voice, where, especially young Johnny Gill, when he able to hit them notes like this. When life kicks in, you lose that voice box you used to have. Life is a motherfucker. Like I said, you got Peebo Bryson. But when it comes to singing, there's so many good singers. Like people you sleep on, you don't even know about. But out of the famous people, I said, I'm sorry. I said, what was the first one I said? Teddy Pendergrass, of course. I'm blanking. Johnny Gill, Peebo Bryson, and I listen to some of the guys who sing house music. I can't believe I can't think of this guy's name, but he's such a sleeper. He's got this. I love when I play certain house music in my car that a lot of people have no idea what it is. I watch them. They like had a hesitation at first, but then after a while they be like, "What is this?" This is house music I'm listening to. I'm embarrassed that I can't think of this guy's name. Kenny Bobin, I think that's his name.
Okay.
This guy can sing, man. He stands out. Like if you listen to his music, you be like, "Wow, can't believe this guy didn't go major or whatever." But there's a lot of talented people that didn't go major that if you just surf through the internet, listen to music, you'll find people that they may not be household names, but they're just as talented. Like some people say to me, like, "Man, when you gonna make it?" And I'll be laughing. I'll be like, "I already made it, man. I'm for the projects, man. I've been able to pay my rent since I moved out here to LA." That's making it to me. When you can take care of yourself. A lot of the shot callers in the game, it feel good when they say my name. Like when Chris Rock is like, "Oh, Corey Holcomb. Have you ever seen Corey Holcomb? I don't want to go behind Corey Holcomb," and stuff like that. He just giving me my propers, you know what I'm saying? It feels good, you know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal, all these guys, they know me, man. They know what I do, and my influence in the game, I'm proud of it. If it gets bigger, it gets bigger, but I ain't never needed no Bentley and all that. I mean, it'd be nice to have, but the car I got outside, I'm good with. The type of women I deal with, they ain't used to nothing.
No doubt. Now, speaking of the music, you plan on releasing a single, shooting a music video soon? Like, is there?
Yeah, man, we finna do all that, man. I didn't want to release it as a music project. I wanted to release it as a video project because I listen to people albums. There's so many great songs that people know nothing about. But if you release it as a video project, sometimes the visual helps people listen to the music.
Right.
So that's what I want to do. I want to release it as a video project, not a music project.
Okay.
It's two different things in a lot of ways. I'm finding out
Yeah.
about this ownership and everything. It's a cold world, man. Like if you don't know nothing about it, you just jump in the game naked. That's why I haven't released. I got probably like 50 songs that I haven't really let it out there like that because I got to know what I'm doing. I don't want to just have everybody else owning my music because somebody gave me some money that ain't gonna amount to me taking care of myself, especially out here in LA. Somebody offer me some money, they gotta offer me some take care of myself in LA money. And we all know what that is. That's some money.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying ownership is real. You know, independent. It looks like you've been doing that for a very long time. So you know what you're doing. It's like playing chess. So I think you got it under control.
Yeah, man, these whoever, record companies or whatever, you can't offer me the type of money that would impress somebody who has never had no money. I'm not rich, but I know what money is, and if we're gonna do this, it's gotta be worth it.
Right.
I could be broke by myself.
Right. Yeah.
I really
do that
can.
by myself,
I'm good
yeah.
with that.
Absolutely. Okay. We talked to, a minute. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Social media handles?
Yeah, I don't really do social media like I used to, because one time I just was talking to somebody on social media and they reported me and they took the Twitter away. And I was like, they could just do that? And it was one of those things where I was going back and forth with a young lady on Twitter, and she started saying something to me. So I'm like, wow, it's that fragile out here, where they can just take all this stuff. You work to build up your audience and everything, and it can be taken from you, and I can't promote it like that no more. So I promote what I do, 5150, and we're gonna always try to find a way where you can find us. Right now we do a lot of, we record our show and it's on YouTube right now, but like I said, YouTube has its limitations that they've done things to my show where I didn't even realize how they make it harder for people to find it.
Like shadow ban?
All that crazy stuff that it's been explained to me, and I'm like, wow, so we have to do something about this. We can't have a product that has all these views and all this stuff, but they don't want what I say out there. So I gotta find another way. But I want to say this to all of the artists in the world who are out there, and you'll walk up to somebody who's found their way in the game. Hey man, what can I do? I just want to tell everybody out there, you have to believe in yourself and don't lie to yourself. If you lie to yourself, it's going to show in your work. Be who you really are. You know what I'm saying? If you are this, claim that, but don't lie to yourself, because it always shows when you lie to yourself. Not only how people look at you look at yourself weird when you look in the mirror, when you lie to yourself all the time. So don't lie to yourself. Do what you're good at. And I say that to the ladies out there. Some of you ladies are good at things you're not proud of. Do that though. That's how you make it. A lot of you ladies who are sitting in poverty right now, that thing that you do that keeps that guy coming around, be a pro at it. They gonna get mad.
Yeah.
But that's what it's for. That's how my comedy is. It kind of pokes at you.
Either be good or be good at it.
That's right. That's how you move up. When you're good at something, people pay for your services. And that's one of the oldest professions in the game. I know I'm looking for you.
Yo, really appreciate your time, Corey.
Oh, yeah.